My name is Nancy Okafor, and you're welcome to another episode on Focal Point. You know, Focal Point is a platform where we interact with prominent Nigerians on any issue at all, ranging from education, lifestyle, health, politics, any information that you need to know, okay? Here with me today, it's a distinguished senator from the Red Chamber, and he's here to talk to us about drug abuse.
Thank you. I'm Senator Babangida Hussaini, representing Jigawa Northwest in the National Assembly, and I chair the Committee on FEMA and also a member of the Drugs Committee. Okay,
thank you very much. Move the motion for state of emergency on drug abuse. Can you tell us what informed what are your reasons for moving that motion, sir?
Yeah, it doesn't really need any deep explanation, but the truth is we have seen what is really happening to the youth in Nigeria, and also the evolution of Nigeria from a transit point in the drug world, drugs from Latin America into Europe and the Americas. So we evolved, and over time we became not only a consuming nation, but even in some instances a manufacturing nation, and this is a cause for concern. And any politician who has campaigned will tell you he has seen live the effect of drugs abuse. At the same time, social media platforms have always carried videos, recordings of victims of this substance abuse. Furthermore, the statistics from the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime, which is normally released annually, portray the figures are there. So it is obvious that anybody who has a keen eye on national development and national consciousness will see these things happening. And I can also tell you that if you go around you can hardly go to any community or even any family, as it were, without having one form of a person, youth, or any person affected by drug abuse. So really it is something that is open and it's on the street. Every street corner you go to, you see this congregation of boys and girls, and then what you find is they are victims of substance abuse. So that really informed my decision to move the motion, calling for the declaration of emergency. In fact, of even greater concern is that the most important segment of our population between the ages of 18 and 65 are almost always the victims of this malady. And the truth is, if you take out that segment of the population, what you have is perhaps an unproductive segment of your population, and it's not good enough for a country like Nigeria. So basically, these are some of the issues that necessitated the moving of that motion, and we thank God that it was very well received by the Senate and also the National Assembly as well, by the general public as well.
Okay, when you moved the motion, were there things projected, were there moves that have been projected to be made, to tackle this drug abuse? As a lawmaker, what do you think?
Thank you. Really, you see, the issue of substance abuse is a multidimensional issue. It is born out of so many factors: social issues, peer group influence, family pressure, academic pressure, name it, a lot of factors, and interplay of many forces. So really, what it requires is the solutions we have taken thus far. Yes, it is good, NDLA is doing fine, and other agencies of government are also contributing. But it goes beyond that. Effective legislation, constant review of our laws and regulations must also be brought to bear. At the same time, community awareness, because the menace has gone deeper, it has gone even to the family level. It is important for us also to tackle it from even the academic perspective. What makes even young children of primary school going age to indulge in substance abuse? So all of these are a combination of many factors that we need to bring all resources and all our energy to to handle. And this is why for us, if the declaration, if emergency is declared, also impressed that the Nigeria Television Authority and other media outlets have conducted a lot of interviews and a lot of awareness campaign, as it were, drawing the attention of the people to the movement of the motion. And at the same time, we also have the UNOADC, United Nations Office of Drug and Crime, also collaborating, and we hope to have a wider engagement with them, a deeper engagement actually with them, to address this challenge. So by and large, these are the fallout of the motion, and I believe very soon we'll begin to have responses, and also outcomes will begin to show what we are doing.
Advice you have for victims of this drug abuse, or people that are very deep into it, or relatives of these ones that have abused drugs?
It's beyond word of advice. The issue is about empathy, and that is where the family comes in. That is where friends and associates come in. Oftentimes, experience has shown that some of the victims of substance abuse are normally rejected by the society. They are not accorded the sympathy and the empathy they require, and then they are not provided the opportunity to reintegrate back into the society by way of providing them job opportunities, by way of taking them away from those factors that actually, facilitated their getting into substance abuse. So my take on this is that a more deeper engagement between school management, the state governments at the subnational level, the local governments, the traditional institutions, will all have to be made to know that substance abuse is like every other illness, is like every other social problem in any society. So it is good for us to see it from that perspective, and then to begin to embrace those who are victims of substance abuse, so that at any point in time we see them as our own. That show of love and affection will obviously help in the rehabilitation efforts. At the same time, the quantum and the volume of problem we have on ground far outweigh the number of rehabilitation centers we have. Take for instance Kano State, that has about 37% of their target population are victims of substance abuse. It has barely 2 functional rehabilitation centers. The other one is in Kiru, outskirts of Kano, and the other one is in Dawano and other far-flung places. A rehabilitation center is supposed to be a place of ambience, a place of peace, with a lot of recreational facilities, psychologists, psychiatrists who will be tutoring and exposing the victims to all literature regarding the danger they are posing to themselves and to the society. So we have to up our game. We have to look at the consequence of societal rejection on the victims. We have had cases of people who have been rehabilitated, treated, but not rehabilitated. So employment opportunities, job opportunities, work opportunities must also be provided for them. So my advice is everybody has a role to play in resettling and accommodation and reintegrating these victims of substance abuse.
So today's program. Remember, All Facts newspaper is on all social media platforms. We are there on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, and every other social media platforms. Please follow us, watch this video, share our contents, like them, and follow us. Thank you very much for having me on this show. Next time, bye.